Alright, welcome everyone to another Eric flight. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm gonna get a flight in. We're gonna go from Taunton to basically Hamilton, Ontario, Mont Hope, Ontario, to set up for our Fly the St. Lawrence flights. I'm also testing multi-streaming to a fourth service tonight, Rumble. Not saying I'm gonna do it forever. I'm just doing a quick test there. Everything seems to be holding though, which is nice to see, I think. And if it doesn't, I'm going to turn off the Rumble broadcast, which I can do, and keep the others on. But we'll see what happens. Let me know if anything goes weird on Twitch, YouTube, or Kick. Because those are the three I want to do, and then Rumble will be a fourth if I can make it happen in the future. So kind of testing that out tonight while we do a flight in November 808 Echo Foxtrot, going out from Taunton. Lots of changes here. One, I'm in a new gaming chair, and my hip doesn't hurt, so I think it was worth it. It was a Black Friday deal, and it's cheap still. Two, we have a cooler on the laptop, like one of those high-tech, big fan coolers, and it seems to be making the laptop work better. I'm still thinking about replacing the thermal paste inside. I have some thermal paste on the GPU and the CPU, but it definitely shows you that it's probably an overheating problem with the laptop. The laptop is beat up to hell, even though it's an awesome laptop. So, as long as it does that, I guess we're testing a lot of things tonight. But we're here to fly, so let's get to flying, shall we? Let's get our tablet out with the checklist out. We're taking the Bonanza A36 out. We're not hooked up to VATSIM just yet, but everything's already planned. That was the big setup time. You can see that. We're good. Now we are flying the Canada, so we're going to use our VAR for now. Let's make a new flight plan as well. And it's going to be about a 3-hour flight, so we're going to be up late, but I'm not feeling well, and I don't feel like getting my wife sick, so I'm going to fly instead. How's that? Oh, that's right. I guess it doesn't have it in there, but alright, let's put new. I don't know why it won't let me. KTAN CYHM, right? Yeah, okay. Can't find it. Alright, we'll put Taunton in, and then I'm gonna click and hold and see if it's in there. So, it might not be. We're gonna switch to flight plan go in the middle. So, is there some reason why I want to do Taunton? Alright, you know what? Let's try to do the tapping in then. Here we go. Boom. Oh, it's not even getting my GPS signal. Why isn't it getting my GPS signal? They didn't hook up to the right Wi-Fi? Oh, no, we didn't. Okay, that would be why. That's why I was on this page. So let me turn this off for a second while I hook up to the right Wi-Fi. There we go. Alright, we're good now. And there you go. I'm going to add that to plan. And then we're going to go. I don't know if it's in here, so maybe that's why I can't find it. But, it would be right here, Hamilton. Direct 2. Good enough. It's good enough. And that's what we're doing tonight. So, about a 3-hour flight in the Bonanza. It's fueled up. I'm just getting my checklist now, so here we go. Apologize about the coughing and stuff. I did take some medicine. See if it's do better, but I think I caught my kid's cold, so my hair looks a mess, but you know what? We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it. Bonanza. Pretend the pre-flight is done, which is the whole left side here. If you want this checklist, join my Discord. I put all my self-created checklists up there, so that way I contribute to the community. And I was thinking about selling them because I take a lot of time on them. I'm talking like hours, but we're not gonna do that. Anywho. Let's get this thing going. So pre-flight completed, baggage and tow bar secured. Let's get rid of the control lock, which is over there. Again, this has everything you possibly want on it. I want the VATSIM monitor all off and connected, and we're looking good. All right. Seat tracks back, position and locked upright. Parking brake is on. Let me make sure that SPAD has the right profile. It does. Alright, all avionics are off, circuit breakers are in. And if you're watching me on Rumble, let me know how it's going on there too, because this is our first test broadcast there. I have a live chat for Rumble on my right, so Landing gear handled down. It is. Alright, safety systems installed by the CO2. Check. That's a CO2 monitor. It's flashing green, so I guess that's what they mean. Flaps are up. Come on, mouse, let's go. Flaps are up. Why isn't that working? Give me a second. I might have to do one thing here. Alright, I activated my TH1 again, but I could be wrong on that. These are working though. Alright. Oh no, I didn't. Alright, let me reactivate it. See, I have to turn that off when I play American Truck Simulator, else it goes nuts. So, alright, I'm gonna restart SPAD then, so I can get that in there too as well. Screen's gonna flash. Alright, cowl flaps will become open when I get that button back. Light switches as required. We'll do that soon. Just waiting for SPAD. But not real world time, but we do have real world weather, and there is some overcast weather. So we'll have to kind of monitor it as we go. Red birds in there. Right, so let me see if that flap switch works now. It does. Okay, good. Just check. Alright, cowl flaps are open. They're open now. Taxi, nav, everything's off. Okay, cowl flaps are open. Light switches. We got traffic beacon on. Fuel selector valve. They're both full. Keep it on the left. Light switches, fuel selector, battery voltage switch on. Fuel quantity full. Starting engine mixture full rich. Propeller high RPM. Throttle full open. Okay, auxiliary fuel pump on until fuel peaks, but we're going to do 7 seconds because remember we never pumped up enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then off. We're going to go to 1/4 of an inch on the throttle, and we're going to start. So open that window and let's yell it out. We're on the left, we're on the right. Clear prop, here we go.
Clear prop.
And it takes a while, so we're gonna wait for it to do its thing. There we go. I don't know why it takes so long, but it does. Alright, we are starting. After starting, brakes now release and check, avionics equipment on, so let's put our nav lights, taxi lights on, and avionics equipment on. I'm gonna make this go inside the real sim gear GNS 530, so we're gonna have to resize this. Auto HDR's on. Oh, ha ha ha. Probably on this screen because I popped it out. But I have to make sure it's the right size, so. Okay. Alt and reporting. We're gonna go direct there. The columns are good. Let's monitor column 2 as well. Column 2 should be 121.5 for now.
Air France, 69er, heavy contact Boston Center.
We are on the Microsoft Flight Simulator East server. If you did want to join us, that's all up to you. All right, I'm gonna make that go here. Oops. Oh.
128.75 for Air
All right.
France.
Now,
9er heavy.
let's see. Avionics. You should probably get the CTAF and stuff in here. So, CTAF 1232675. I got a soda right there, so please don't spill it.
Delta
There we go.
26, tree 9er
It's gonna be
contact
1227
on 118.25. Good day.
for the CTAF, and we're gonna connect the VAT sim at this time.
Kilo Tango Alpha November automated weather observation 0200 Zulu.
Took a while for
Wind
that.
calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 3000. Few clouds at 4500. Few clouds at 13,100. Temperature 0
Altitude for tonight's gonna be 6,500. I was going to do this here, then we'll do the run down there. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go direct to Charlie Yankee.
Kilo Tango Alpha November automated weather observation 0200 Zulu.
Hotel
Wind
Mike.
calm. Visibility 10.
So I did work on a lot of
Sky
stuff
condition.
outside of the
Few
stream
clouds at
tonight,
3000
but we're
few
gonna try and
clouds
knock
at
out some events
4500
here.
few clouds at
I'm in my busy
13,100.
season at school, but that's gonna be
Temperature
over
0
after,
dew point, minus
not this
3
week, but
altimeter
next week.
2989er.
That's getting the concert done. So I'm gonna close this window.
Kilo Tango Alpha November automated weather observation 0200
Turn
Zulu.
my headphones on.
Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 3000.
Alright, if we're gonna do that, we're
few
going
clouds
west, so
at
we're gonna take runway
4500 few
30.
clouds at
That's what we're gonna do.
13,100.
Alright, over to guard.
Zero
And you know what
dew
that
point,
means.
minus 3 altimeter
None of these
2989er.
commands work with Rumble, because I can't get it to connect to StreamerBot yet. They don't support it, so just know that the commands are not available there. Nor do I have any emotes. I'm just trying out the streaming for tonight. All right, with that, we're good there. Checklist. All right. See, when they say avionics equipment on, you kind of have to do a little of everything. So I should probably delineate that more on my checklist. If I do any updates, by the way, I will put the updated checklist on the Discord as well. But if you're looking for it, it's all on Discord. You gotta join the Discord. I make you do one thing to get my checklist that I make. And they're made out of the POH and AFM manual, so it's not like just me making one. All right, good. We're gonna taxi runway 30. Let's turn the brakes off. Try them out. My brakes are working. All right. Togi tracker on. Runway 30. Again, sorry about my cold, but we do what we can. This chair feels a little weird, my new gaming chair. The handles go up, so if I ever want to perform on Twitch on my acoustic guitar, do like an acoustic gig, I can. That's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. But if you also checked out my last broadcast on Twitch and Kick, we streamed the premiere of Eric Flight Gaming Beyond the Runway, and we played American Truck Simulator. So I'm trying to make it so I get a little bit more variety, but my heart and soul will always be in Flight Sim as the majority. So. Side, so she looks perfect. Frame gen's making that shimmery thing. Someday I'll afford a 50, 90, and we'll be all set. Oh, it also took off my my thing there. I don't know why. There we go. Okay. I was getting nervous that my registration was gone. Okay, I'll do a run up over here. That little pathway was due to the old corrupted airport managers, or the board, if you will, that wanted to make hangars to make some money. That's what everyone was saying, at least. So that's why that road's there. It's just there. And then I don't know. It's kind of creepy here at Taunton still, even though they replaced those managers. So I'm gonna put the parking brake on. It didn't really go on at first. Okay. All right. Tovi, I tracker off. Let's do the run up here. So before takeoff, seatbelt, solar harness check, parking brake is set. Radios check. We're on the good frequency here. We'll do 122.8 in case I need Unicom. Let's see if anyone is in Boston for Volanta. Oh yeah, we got Boston Center and stuff, so we get some flight following on the way there. Cool. We'll do that. We're gonna depart out of here. So what's their frequency? Is 133.45. Get them ready to go. All right, and radios check, engine instruments check. We're all on the green. We're good to go. A little faster on that. Flight instruments check and set. That's free and correct. All right, turning coordinates in the middle, no flag. Heading coordinates should be about 230. Which it is. Vertical feels good. Altimeter looks good. Actually, I didn't set the altimeter. No, it doesn't look good. All right, go back to the weather. It's gonna be about 50 feet, so we'll see if this lines up.
Kilo Tango Alpha November automated weather observation 0200 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10.
This one as well.
Sky condition. Few clouds at 3000. Few clouds at 4500. Few clouds at 13,100. Temperature
No.
0C dew point, minus Tracy altimeter 29er 89er.
29er 89.
Kilo Tango Alpha November automated weather observation.
Alright, back to guard.
0200 Zulu. Wind
So,
calm.
with that,
Visibility
flight insurance
10.
checking set,
Sky
amp meter,
condition.
oh, horizon's
Few
good,
clouds
airspeed's
at
good.
3000, few clouds at
Flight
4500,
insurance,
few
amp
clouds
meter
at
check, and again, that
13,100.
amp meter, you can't really find the
Temperature
amp meter,
0
I'm
C
gonna
dew
go
point,
with
minus
the
Tracy altimeter 29er
bus volts,
89er.
which is high, I guess. Auxiliary fuel pump is off, throttle 1700. Alright, we're going to do a prop check. So RPMs go down, RPMs go up. I'm going to look at our oil pressure next, which is over here. Oil pressure should go down. Oil pressure goes up. And one last check visually, make sure no oil squirts out on the windshield, because then make sure there's no leak in the gun. Down. And up. Alright, good. Max check right. Looks good. Back to both. Left. And back to both. Good on the mags. Trim set for 6 degrees because we have only passengers in the front. I'll read that again. Make sure I get that right. Yep. 6 degrees, nose up, if only front seats occupied. Flaps are up, doors and windows secured. That window is secured. Flight controls are checked. Mixture full rich. That's what it is at about 50 MSL. Brakes release. Instruments check. We're gonna turn the lights on though. Traffic taxi, light, landing light, strobe light on. And we are. Idle too. Never did idle. Did it say idle? Surprised it doesn't let you idle. Okay. Back to 1200. Ish. Okay. So we're gonna rotate at 70. We're gonna climb at 96. Track the gear when there's no more available runway ahead of us. If we are under 750 feet, this problem if there's a problem on the takeoff, can't commercial otherwise, and there's enough available runway ahead of us, we'll abort takeoff and enter clear on the runway. For under 700 feet, this problem can't commercial otherwise, we'll land directly ahead. No more than 30 degree turn, specified speed, and this is 110. And if we're above 700 feet, this problem can't commercial otherwise, we'll take a turn to the right. Yeah, well the wind's blowing a little bit from the left. We'll still do right though, because there's more there. Or maybe we should turn left. Now we'll turn right. Turn right, land down on the taxiway, the grass runway, whatever is available to us, specified speed at 110, rotate at 70. Climb at 96, retract gear when there's no more available runway ahead of us. We're simplified 5 million times, but that's okay. Alright, look at that. Yeah, we're pretty good. Alright, so let's line up. We're on that sim. So we're good there. And we're on the Taunton frequency, so park and brake off. Line it up more. Tow guide tracker on. Whoa, whoa, brakes, holy shakes. Okay, I don't know what that was all about, but let's go straight. Alright, clear. We're definitely across that line now, so here we go. Taunton traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot, departing runway 30, departure to the northwest. Taunton. Alright, hold on. Jeez, my brakes didn't really work that well. Yeah, they're working. Okay. I don't know what that's all about. No, we're already getting rated by Splasher 6. We're just departing here, my friend. Thank you for rating. Appreciate that. I'll tell you what's going on after the raid. Alright, in the middle. Heels on the floor. Full throttle. And we're departing Taunton, Massachusetts, the closest GA field. Welcome all raiders. Thank you to Splasher 6 for raiding. And as soon as I get this takeoff done, I'll let you know what we're doing. And rotate. Man, it's really easy to take off with that 6 degrees of trim there. Anyways, welcome to the broadcast. We're just taking out of Taunton, Mass. We're doing kind of like a setup flight to Canada for my Fly the St. Lawrence flights, which I don't know if I'll do them tomorrow or not, but that's the goal. A little under the weather, So, give me a second. I do want to stay to the left and turn departure out here. That's what they need to do here. But, gear up. That might help too. Old Mall is a good visual over there. But welcome everybody. And we're gonna fly out here. Pretty good. How come I don't see any traffic? I don't know, but I have it on. So. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, we're gonna turn the autopilot on. We're gonna make a vertical speed thing because I'm going way too much. Way too. I'm going way up. Wow. Yeah, I know that. I know I'm gonna stall. That's why I'm trying to. All right, autopilot off. Oh god. Autopilot off. Oh crap, I'm in a spin. I'm in a spin. Alright, pull it up. Oh shit! Oh man. Alright, well, we're gonna take it from there. I have no clue what just happened there. Anyways. You didn't say anything. No kidding. I'm gonna climb again. Alright. I would start back at the airport, but well, that rest in peace, because man, that was terrible. My trim got stuck. That's what happened. I get it now. My trim wheel got stuck. I thought I checked my trim though. That's weird. All right, let's get situated here. Autopilot on. Damn. All right, I'm gonna go a little conscious here. Well, that was my altitude. Okay. Well, let's set it back up because that was freaking weird. All right, nav. Thank you. I'm gonna set this for 298. Yeah, that wasn't the way to go. I would turn development mode on, so that way it would have to restart. But I wish there was just a way of doing that in 2024. Alright! Really, I could take this aircraft off. I've done it every other time. I have no clue. I almost came out of that spin at the last minute, though. Did you see that? WI tracker off. Oh, that wasn't good. This is why we don't fly when we're under the weather, by the way. 298. I wish there was some other way other than taking development mode on to have to take off again, as I would have. And gear is up. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue what happened there. My trim got stuck. So, all right, cruise climb, 25 inches manifold, 2,500 RPMs. That's about cruise climb here. We're gonna climb the 6,500 feet. And we're direct to Hamilton, Ontario. Boy, that's not gonna look good at all. But it's just the way it has to happen. All right, let's climb at about 1,200 feet. I know what I'm doing, honest. Anyways, thanks to Blaster 6 get for rating. Sorry that we had such a problem there. Oh. If you're wondering how to get out of a spin, by the way, you let go of the aileron and you do opposite rudder of the spin. So I almost came out of that. The problem was I was stalling and it was all trimmed out weird. Thanks to something. Gotta make sure everything's on here. My nav lights are supposed to be on. Okay. Doesn't save those button positions, and my landing light is supposed to be on too. And everything else is good. Alright, well, we're back to normal now. So climb to 6,500. We have all these clouds ahead of us, and we might have a couple issues with the weather. But we'll see what we can do. We're going to switch to Boston there, now that we're kind of on this thing. As long as they're still open. Yes, they are. Go to Boston Center. We're still there. We should hear something. Well, if not, I'm going to try out my comms here. So, go. Boston Center, November 808, Echo Foxtrot. No, he's there. We're right near Attleboro, Mass. I'm gonna try and get some. Bonanza A36 Foxtrot. We're about 10 nautical miles to the west of Taunton. Kilo Tango Alpha November requesting flight following. We're climbing to 6,500. Direct to Charlie Yankee Hotel Mike and direct. BFR. God, I sucked at that. One, 4, 3, 5. 8 Echo Foxtrot. You can also tell them we're about 50 nautical miles northeast of Providence. Alright, I already leaned out the mixture. We did that by getting the maximum horsepower there, but that's basically what it is. Then you have to look at your cylinder head temperature. There's Providence, Rhode Island over there. If you went to FS Expo, that's where you went. We'll fly where I used to live as a kid over here. Woods. I think that's it at least. Looks like it is. Hey Splasher, we gotta get you a sound on my broadcast. Can't remember if we actually did that. I don't know why that trimmed all weird. Yeah, we like flight following. We're Bonanza A36, and we're direct to Charlie Yankee Hotel Mike at 6,500. Probably gonna have to go above that. Yep, Charlie Yankee Hotel Mike, and we're a Bonanza A36, 8 Echo Foxtrot. Roger, at my discretion, 8 Echo Foxtrot. Yeah, we're pretty good. 902. It reset it, so I guess that works. Alright, we might have to go higher. We might have to even go like 10.5 on this, because I didn't know how the tops of the clouds are going to be. But, we're flying over near my old hometown, and I actually lived in this neighborhood over here. Stuck microphone. My Honeycomb Alpha is held together by basically a pencil eraser. So it has to hold the network cable down between the yoke and that. So, but it seems to be working. So this is Woonsocket, Rhode Island. We went there the other day, me and my family. We rode the Polar Express train, which goes up to Uxbridge, Mass and back. So that was pretty cool. See what we have to do on altitude as we get close to these clouds, but gauge that. Okay, we're at cruise now, so I believe I turned the cowl flaps closed, but let's double check that. So, cruise, cowl flaps closed. They are closed. So Splasher 6, now that I got my head about me, how was your flight and what did you do? Let's go. Let's set up for 10.5.
I want to do barrel rolls,
speed here.
Engage,
engage. Crazy Condor, thanks for following the channel. I kind of remember seeing your name before. So.
Who does?
Crazy Condor is now following Eric Flight on Twitch.
Thanks for following me on Twitch, my friend. Hair's doing terrible. I've been sick all day. I stayed in the house all day. Below us is North Central Airport. That's the closest GA airport to where I used to live. My old high school's down there too. This is the Lincoln Mall. See, this is where I grew up. This is the town I grew up in. My old high school is actually over here, which looks a lot different than when I went there. that's my old high school. The old Lincoln Mall, which is like a shopping plaza now. It's actually thriving, which is amazing. Welcome to my old stomping grounds. It's just those clouds we're gonna worry about in the future there. I really feel ashamed about my takeoff tonight, but there's not much I can do. And then I forgot that 2024 resets it like right away. It's like a video game. That sucks. Because I like to be realistic, but we're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna chalk it up to not feeling too well today. But we worked on a lot. Like I said, we're gonna do the fly to St. Lawrence flights. Hopefully tomorrow if I can find time. That's why we're going to Hamilton, Ontario, because that's where we're going to start from. Charlie Yankee, Hotel Mike. And then, actually, do this too as well. 22. I think it's 22 and 2400 RPMs. Is good. This was about 15.2 on the fuel flow. Yeah, that's about right. Just leave it there. It's looking fine. Yeah. Now, I would think about scud running this, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, and it's gonna be quite interesting. I'm updating the databases now because I've got to do that too. But okay, let that make sure I should go up here. About there. All right, looks like 10.5 might get us above the clouds. That's good. Let's see what we're doing. Let's also see my climb speed. About 900, so that we're getting a little more airspeed there. Going to 10.5. We're almost there, so. Now it says 4 hours, but we'll see what it is at 10.5. Nathan's Plains, what's up, bud? Sorry, I'm a little under the weather, like I said, so just saw your chat there. Thanks for coming out, appreciate it. We're doing a lot of testing here while we do a regular broadcast. Now on Rumble, and it looks pretty good, to be honest with you. So I'm streaming the 4 services right now. But I'm not sure if I want to do Rumble. Just thought I'd add it on there and see if it's working, which it is. But just heard about that service. A lot of people go there for freedom of speech, if you will. I'm just there because it's like a YouTube type service, so we'll see. I might do it, I might not. If you want to fly with us tonight, by the way, you can be my wingman anytime.
You are still dangerous. You can be my wingman anytime. Bullshit. You can be mine.
On the East server, we're running the SU4 beta. They said that they're going to release the SU4 next week, they think. So, we'll see what happens there. I don't know. This 10.5 might not happen. I mean, it might happen, but it might not happen. Let's make sure we're leaned out. We're pretty good here. It's about 200. Alright, 200. Good. Better be Rich Stinley. I have not been to Hamilton. I drove around Lake Ontario with my buds when we went to Toronto. That's about as close as I got. So maybe I almost touched it. What should I know about Hamilton, Ontario? But I think I do have scenery for it. So let's see what we're going to see tonight once I get there. my takeoff was terrible. I'm still embarrassed about that. I'm sorry. Yep, we got sim add-ons, Hamilton. So I'm worried about the altitude here because here's the deal. When I look at Sky Vector, it says it's VFR, but it's overcast at 3,300, and like Hamilton's overcast at 4,000. So it's almost like I got a scud run, but then I have to be north of the Catskills when I get there. So maybe we should go 4 or 5 and see what happens. But I don't know. It's kind of scud running all across there. Damn it. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. All right, let's descend down to like 2.5. Boy, this sucks. Oh, negative 300. Just making a gentle glide down to 2.5. Or maybe 2.9 for now, so that way we get maximum flexibility. Oh, dude, you know what? It's terrible though because 2024 just like restarts you like a video game in the middle of the year. So my trim was way out of whack, and I put the autopilot on, and it just went nuts. And then I went to a spin, and then I just came out of that spin right as we hit the ground. So there's not much I can do. I haven't crashed on this in forever. And I'm on VAT Sim, so that's not exactly the way to do it. But the only way to turn that feature off is turn developer mode on, and then it has that stupid bar across the top. So it's nothing you can do. Like, can they just have an option where it doesn't restart? I would have taken off again. I wouldn't have minded that. I would have been okay. Yeah, we gotta get these clouds again. Well, at least we're gonna get some ground speed out of this. Maybe I could probably have to kick back here. See if that keeps us a little under control. Probably not. I knew it was gonna be tricky with the clouds tonight, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I get. Well, this is a Bonanza A36 though. This isn't a Bonanza V35, and I'm not a doctor, so I shouldn't be killed. And welcome to the broadcast, Nathan Chemtrip 287. This is gonna be scud running tonight, because if I go much higher, I can fly above it, but I'm afraid I'll get nowhere to poke through the clouds at Hamilton if I keep it going like that. So this is what we're looking at right there. And I'm sorry about my illness, but I wanted to stream today after working so hard. We're also going to do a series of Mexican flight adventures. We're going to fly all around Mexico. So, oh, okay. I didn't know. I kind of figured, but I didn't want to, just out you there. But thanks, man. Whatever you prefer. That wasn't me, right? No, I didn't. No. It's probably a guy that's below 10,000 and going like 300 knots or something. And thank you to the one person viewing me on Rumble. If you want to chat, I have the chat open, but this is my first testing broadcast on Rumble. Appreciate you coming out. And looking forward to beefing that up next, if possible. So I have to decide if I'm going to do it or not, but it's looking pretty good right now. I mean, everything's holding. So, and if anything's happening on Twitch, let me know, because I'll turn the Rumble broadcast off if I have to for bandwidth issues, but from what I'm seeing, it's working fine. Oh, and if it's not, I want to know. Oh, cool. 4K a ticket, huh? How long's that tour for 4K? That's what I want to know. Because Toronto's an awesome city. It's like a massive bunch of cities within a city. So. Alright, I'm going to turn this down. Manifold pressure is going up as we go down because of air pressure increases, as you just said. Alright. Try to maintain the coughs off the microphone. Let's take a look outside. So we're going to descend below these clouds. We're going to keep it low. And we are, right now, give you a electronic flight bag look here. Right over there, gotta be near Worcester, right? Yeah, Worcester in the distance. Out there. Worcester, Massachusetts. I think it's the third biggest city in Massachusetts. And I'm broadcasting Massachusetts. That's why we have a connection with that. But right here is Southbridge. Landed there a couple times when we left. Here's the airport. They had some massive crosswinds there when I landed there before. So, 30 minutes, huh? I mean, if you got the money, but man, they must make a killing on that for 30 minutes. And I guess it's like, you know, for tourists and stuff, so I'm not going to knock them, but... Worcester. A lot of people would call it Worcester, but it's Worcester. Got some solar panels down there. And Southbridge, Massachusetts. Putnam VOR for those big jet flyers out there is over here somewhere. That's where I track the VOR for the training. Well, it's a good flight. I guess if you're not used to flying and you're there from like California or something, you want to see Toronto, that's a good way of doing it. That too. That's true. Well, it is in Lancaster too. I wasn't thinking about that. So, but we're making pretty good time here. I know I'm in the yellow, but it's pretty calm out here tonight. I'm using real world weather, but not real world time. And the Quabbin Reservoir, the big reservoir that serves Boston, is off our right here. They had to. That's a man-made reservoir. They basically took 3 towns out of there, made them all move. And then they flooded it, so after they dammed it. I think 2.5's gonna do it. Increase the mixture too as well. I'm kind of excited about the Mexican flights I had planned. I'm also excited about the fly the St. Lawrence River, which I want to knock out in one stream. But it's gonna be like 4 to 5 hours, but I'll do it, you know. And that's why again we're doing this flight tonight. Keep that manifold pressure down. I like Toronto though. I thought it was a nice city. It says we got about 2 hours at this speed, but it's probably gonna even out about 2.5 hours or so once we get all level here. But I guess, ooh, we're getting some icing here. Let me put some pitot heat on at least. Rock the ice. I might as well put it all on. Oh. Blow it down a little bit. Go. Well, hopefully this ice melts off because we're gonna need it too. See what this is saying. Everything looks good. Probably freezing on Matandi's off, I was gonna say. A little bit more heat there. Target's 80. 71's about comfortable. We'll see. I'm definitely picking up some ice. Not cool. It's not a lot, so. Alright, we got one problem. No, we don't have a problem, so I'm going to 2.9. Yeah, that's where we're going to stay. Alright, so let's get the RPMs up to 2,400. The manifold pressure 22. 2450 is fine. So. Again, we want to be burning about 15.2, and that's where it is right there. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. And mixture, try leading it out a little bit more, see if we get anything out of it. And I also like to check the cylinder head temperatures after I do this. So, if you had to cool them off, you have to increase the mixture. Try to lean it out so that you can get maximum horsepower there. Might go a little bit more, of course. Yep. Right about there. Cylinder head temperature is awesome. Everything's looking good. And I'm hoping this ice will melt off eventually. So, I'm going to try to stay at 2900 because we have some class deltas in front of us, as you can see there. And their top ceiling is 2800. So. Now, if you're getting ice like this in real life, you probably just want to call it. But seeing that one in the sim, I'm going to push it. So, defrost, pull on. See if that works. I doubt it does. Now speed 143. Not too bad. 2 hours to go. 2.5 hours. Thank you all for coming up tonight. Appreciate it. And we are going to go over the Springfield, Mass area, which we did during our Thanksgiving flight there. So, you see the Basketball Hall of Fame again, I'll let you know. There you go. Maybe the defroster does work because it broke that right off. Very cool. Maybe that actually is modeled. This is the Just Flight Black Square Bonanza A36 Professional. I love this plane. It's the fastest GA plane I own in the simulator. I think, maybe not. No, actually maybe not. But it's one that I've become accustomed to. I really like the way it's modeled. It has a lot of systems modeled and everything like that. And fantastic. I highly recommend purchasing it. It's amazing. So it's very highly configurable as well. And you saw the tablet there. That's a black square thing. Kind of shows you, you know, how warm it is in the cockpit, and then you can kind of do that. It has the low and high, and it'll tell you if you're too high or low. Shows you what's going on with your air in the cabin, your electrical systems. Then shows you your cylinders and everything. Obviously, this isn't very. I mean, I don't know if there's anything like this in real aviation, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. And then your payload with gas, which we're going to switch to gas right now. So, let's do that now. Alright, let's switch to the right. Let's do. Okay, come on now. Yeah, there you go. Good news, you can't turn it off unless you push that down first, so. Alright, we're right over the Westover Air Force Base. 2900. Should be somewhere over there. Bobbin Reservoir over there. Come on, Springfield, Massachusetts. Oh, there. Again, if there's any issues on any of the services I'm streaming to right now, please let me know. Because we're doing one test, seeing if we can multi-stream to 3, 4 different services at the same time. Kind of testing it out tonight. And if it's a problem, I'm going to turn off the Rumble broadcast, but I'm going to leave it on there as long as we're okay. This is going to be a hairy one because we have to, again, look at our cloud cover and stay below it. So, excuse me. Pardon me. But we did have some icing tonight as well, so we got to watch out for that stuff as well as the clouds. No more icing. We don't like it. We don't want it. We don't need it. Man, I burned a lot of fuel there. Holy shnikes. 2 hours, 22 minutes to go to Hamilton. And I don't need the music. That should be Westover Air Force Base. I probably saw it once when I went out to Northampton in real life. But we're gonna be flying in real life again. I gotta get better, obviously. I'm not gonna fly when it's cold. And I have a band concert that I have to conduct that in a week and a half. So once we get through that, my 2025 is basically done, except for teaching a couple of classes. Downtown Springfield, Massachusetts. Basketball Hall of Fame is that building with the ball right over here. That will turn into a ball eventually. This is the Connecticut River. And if you go down that way, it goes to Bradley International. Air Force One's out there. Did you hear that? Turn the tablet off so you can see things. Basketball Hall of Fame right there. I haven't been there in years. I haven't been there since like the 90s. Let's see. West over Air Force Base. They did get a little snow up here this week, so I guess they have the remnants of snow here and there. You see a little bit on the baseball field and stuff. It was snowing up in Quebec. That's why we couldn't do this fly the St. Lawrence flights today, like I wanted to earlier. This will have to do. This is the consolation prize. We're going to be flying over the Connecticut River here. Looks a little bit worse going down there. Yeah, we're going to have to see. I checked out Montreal earlier, because again, if we were going to do the fly the St. Lawrence flights, that would be one of the things we'd pass, obviously. And it was pretty bad. It was like half a mile of visibility at certain points. So feels good to fly again. And I think that new laptop cooler I bought for here is working pretty good. I haven't heard anything really bad. Nothing slowing down. Pretty cool. Well, buckle in, because it's going to be a 2.5 hour ride, so buckle in, everybody.
From home interface.
Alright, Jarvis is fully on board.
Importing all preferences from home interface. Systems are now fully operational.
Flying over Westfield Barnes Regional over here. I want to go there someday, but it's right near Holyoke, Springfield, Massachusetts. Pretty nice airport. And we're going to be in New York coming up, probably about the next 20 to 30 minutes or so. But Bonanza is pretty fast for an aircraft. It's a little faster than a Cirrus even. So, nice aircraft to fly in. They cost about, if you get one with high engine time that's used, it's like 250, 300,000. If you want like a, because they don't make the Bonanzas anymore. But if you wanted one that's pretty decent with low mileage time, you're talking about $500,000 to like $750,000. So I don't see myself getting into a Bonanza or owning one in the future. But, you know, things could change. It is a nice plane, though, to be honest with you. So, but even if I hit it rich, I'd probably just buy like a used Cirrus or a 172 or maybe a Piper Archer. I really don't want something with landing gear because it costs increased maintenance costs and stuff. I'd still think of economics on owning a plane. So, I think we're beating these clouds for now. I'm a little nervous up ahead because it says the S1's at 3,000. I think we're good. I'm looking at the peaks and stuff, and it looks pretty good. We're also going to be crossing the Hudson. And if we look at the tablet now, we got a little bit of weather here too as well. Give me a second here. That's what we're dealing with. It's north of us, so it should be pretty good. That's snow and rain. So you can see why we couldn't do fly the St. Lawrence event, because we'd be going right down there. We're going to depart to go around Lake Ontario, overfly Toronto when we do that event, that is. And then typically go this way through Quebec and everything. So we'll have to see even if tomorrow we could do it, but I'm going to do a setup flight. It's a little more realistic. And we still got to worry about our clouds up ahead. I mean, I'll go down 2.5 if I have to, but we'll have to see what's going on. Yeah, I could go above, but the problem is that it's all overcast. It's all socked in later on. So we're going to have an issue if we don't keep it low. At least I'm thinking that way. Have a little icing on the wings there. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. But we have an oxygen system on board. Does that help? Oh man. How's my temperature in the cockpit? Yeah, let's check it. Cabin. Can't feel in real life. 72. Green means good. Green means good. And it even has a pulse oximeter too, which should obviously not be a problem at 2,900 feet. But even I carry one of those in my bag. You know, I don't like fly at high altitudes in real life. So it definitely did get touches of snow out here, though. So we know winter is upon us. Yeah. By the way, I want to wish everyone Merry Christmas out there.
What are you looking at?
Oh, silent majesty of a winter's morn, clean, cool chill of the holiday air, and an asshole in his bathrobe, emptying a chemical toilet into my sewer.
Shitter was full!
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
You checked our shitters, honey?
Clark, please. You never know any better.
Oh, I love
You ought
that
to know
scene.
it's illegal. It's a storm sewer. If it fills with gas, I pity the person who lights a match within 10 yards of it.
Merry Christmas! Shitter was full!
Merry Christmas. We have a Virtuous Safe Flying Club event that I'm hosting next month. That's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Inspired. We're going to be flying out to Chicago, Kilo Papa Whiskey Kilo. And that should be a good flight. I don't know what I'm going to take out to it. Kind of want to mix up the choice of aircraft here. So maybe we'll take the other Bonanza out. Bonanza. Victor 3-5, if you will. Bravo. That's Coronado. It's not as detailed as this, but what's up, Air Zealand? Welcome to the broadcast. Thanks for chatting. Sure, cuz. I presume you mean Cousin Eddie. Yeah. Again, sorry that I'm a little under the weather. I have a cold, so you might see me reaching for my mute microphone multiple times, but that's what I'm doing. I don't feel like coughing in your ears. And we're going to be crossing into New York pretty soon, but we got to keep an eye on this elevation here, because we're going to be going north of the Catskills, and we have to deviate to the north if we have to stay this low. A little bit of ice. We're alright still. What's our fuel? Doing pretty good. We're burning the right now. I am in the Bonanza A36 by Black Square. This thing's amazing. However, we're picking up ice, so I have to kind of like keep an eye on that. But yeah, the Bonanza A36, I made my own livery on it, but it is a fantastic aircraft. So I'll type it out as well. It's available at Just Flight. It's by Black Square. Looks like my autopilot's doing something funky. We're still on there, so I don't know what that's all about. Probably just wind. We're okay. Yeah, it's probably just the wind. Microsoft Flight Simulator still does that once in a while. If you got like a change in the wind, it will kick it against the plane. There you go. Yeah, there was a weather change. You can tell because it just did something with the clouds. We'll have this set in case we need to go heading instead. Yeah, it's honest. It's an amazing aircraft. I love it. So fast too. You know, it's a little faster than the Cirrus even. But I did try out the default Cirrus in 2024 again. It's not as bad as it used to be. Still got little quirks, and I wish Microsoft would let people mod this stuff to make it more accurate. But it wasn't terrible. So we might fly the Cirrus again if I get my liveries to work on it, which we might be able to do. So we'll see what happens. But we're going to be crossing the Hudson up ahead. Again, keep an eye on the clouds versus altitude situation we're in. From there, I'm going to be up till about 1 a.m. my local time, but I knew it was going to be a late night because I just haven't been feeling well today. I did a lot of work on other things, but try to make the stream entertaining for all, so I go above and beyond, I hope, with the entertainment at least.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
So, you know, I try. But yeah, we also have a bunch of Alaska adventure flights. I can't think because my cold's like just in my head. It's terrible. That's why you don't fly. But the sim, we can do that. Yeah, sounds a little high. Oh. Graphics look great though. I did turn down the level of detail in the user config file by, I think we're at 4.5 now. 5, I can't remember. We got some ice here. Here you have to prop de-ice on and the pizza heat just in case. Let's see if we can get through this. Beautiful plane though. Let me know if there's any problems on any of those services though, bandwidth or anything. Because I am testing once again, streaming the 4 services at the same time. It's probably the max that I'll ever do. But it seems to be working on my end. Let me know if it's not working on your end though, because I will try to fix that. And I already know what I'm going to do. So. This is where it's going to get scary. It's cold. Staying above the ground high enough, but ain't enough cloud clearance here. We'll keep it at 2.9 for now. We're just about New York. New York's over there. Real world weather, but not real world time. Excuse me. Pittsfield, Massachusetts is that way. And then way out in the distance, you probably can't see it, but you Mount Greylock over there. That's Pittsfield, Mass. That's way far out west of Massachusetts, practically New York. So. Alright. I wonder if we get a little more altitude, but then we have to be at 4 or 5. That's the problem. So we're just gonna stay at 2.9 and try to rough it out here. And I knew it would be a little problem with the cloud coverage, but we'll see. Again, you can fly with us on the East server. We're running the SU4 beta. Microsoft said that they're going to try to release SU4 next week. So I'm hoping that happens because this has been fantastic, to be honest with you. They updated a crap load of stuff in SU4. And I don't even fly 2020 anymore because of it. So I'm just waiting for the PFD 737, PFDG 737 to come out. And that will probably make me uninstall 2020 but keep all the scenery that I have, you know. So that's what we're heading towards. And I feel very good about that. Last year, I was checking out my stream from last year. It was a horrible time in 2024. Like, I had the G1000, and I think I flew the Cirrus, and like half the screen went blank. So it's come a long way, and I do recommend now to do 2024 if you have it. So disregard to these little hills, if you will. I think we're gonna make it. We're gonna be sailing very tight though. We got about 2 hours to go till Hamilton, Ontario. Very good. Right, Hudson coming up, Hudson River. Again, I think it's awesome whenever I fly across the Hudson, whether in real life. Real life is awesome too. I don't know what it is. It just seems like it's like a barrier to be broken all the time. So, you see my compass can be moving. That's gonna have to prop the ice on. They warned you about that. Over here, somewhere they warned you about the prop the ice. Messes with the compass. Can't remember what that warning was, but I know it's there somewhere. I mean, it's off by a good 20 degrees. Got some antennas over there and everything. Got some uplifting drafts here. Man, I love this aircraft though. I think this is one of the best paid aircraft. And I have to fly the Comanche more. I don't give the Comanche enough. Everyone else is like a Comanche fanboy, that's why. But this Bonanza, I think it's fantastic. So. It's fast. It has a lot of features on it. Hudson River. Excuse me, I'm gonna be overflying it in about, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes. Good song. So yep, we're ramping up though for those Mexican flights. Let me see if I can show you some graphics I made today. Getting ready. This is me flying in the Bonanza, 'cause we're gonna take the Bonanza in Mexico. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna fly all of Mexico, all around the Bonanza. So that's what we're gonna do. And Might be a touch of AI in that, but it worked out great. And then I made the logo for those flights as well. Again, with AI does a lot because it saves me lots of time. But this was from Google AI. I thought that came out really great. And that was like the first try, so I was like, well, look forward to those Mexican flights as well. Oh my God, we got lots of clouds out here. We have an issue. So let's see what it says on Sky Vector here. We have an issue at the Hudson. Let's see. It says it's VFR everywhere. Overcast at 4100 at Pittsfield. Not seeing anything around the Hudson though. That's the problem. Huh. Let's see what I got here. Albany is saying overcast at 5,000, so I'm a little confused right now. Albany's a little bit north that way. But let's see. This is worrying me a little bit right there. Let's see if I look south. South, the same thing. Yikes. We should go north. That's what I'm thinking. I think we're gonna go that way, so let's do heading mode. Oh. If we go this way, might be a little more thin. We'll have to see. This is let's give it This is the Hudson River right there, though. That's what you're seeing right there. We're very north of New York City. We'll have to see over these clouds. So I don't think we're getting through that. I think if I stay up here, I have to go around the Catskills anyway, so it's not bad that much. Have a corridor of VFR weather just with an overcast. Now Buffalo's saying broken at 4,000, so that's actually looking better. So I feel better if I go above the clouds, but that's going to take a long climb to do that. And yeah, I'm going to turn a little bit more in the north. Let's see what we can do here. Albany again is up that way up the Hudson. Oh, it's the Eric Flight Anthem. Wow, cool. That's Albany right there. Might be able to go this way. Down the Hudson there. Nice picture. Ice is melting slowly, so that's nice to see. It's got a little hairy there. But either way, like I said, we're going to go north of the Catskills, so if we go this way and around, it'll look a little bit better anyways. How's the latency on Twitch? Let me know, everybody. So if it's a problem, we will try to solve that. How are we doing on Rumble, too? Because that's the first time I ever broadcast a Rumble multi-stream. Let me know in the chat as well. But everything else seems to be working, so. Got some boats down there. We have Albany, New York over there. Try and get around these clouds here. Crossing the Hudson. Screen might go black for a second, sorry. I'm gonna try recording my landing here. Flight control replay, see what happens on that. When we get to Hamilton, see if we can do a replay. I haven't done that, well, I kinda wanna get to that. Two boats there. Albany, New York, just right there. Alright, we got a hug over here though, because that is the class trolley around Albany. And while we're did establish two-way communication kind of stuff. So. Got some Christmas-inspired tunes. Nice shuffling, right? Yeah, just checking. Okay. That cooling pad seems to be doing its job. My laptop doesn't feel as hot, and I haven't had any of that crackling audio. So I think it's the laptop. I still got thermal paste I'm gonna put on there probably tomorrow sometime. But my kid has a parade to march in tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna do that first, and then try flying a little bit later. But we're gonna try to do the St. Lawrence River flights, and if not, we'll come up with something else and go from there. So let me check my calendar here. And actually, I have something at night too, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't think the weather's gonna be awesome for the St. Lawrence River. We'll be flying that soon, so as soon as I get some good weather going on. Tuesday might be a day that we could stream as well. So we'll see what happens. But it should be good. It should be a good time. It's just the Christmas season, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Albany. Picture that. That airport right below us is South Albany, 4 Bravo 0. I'll hug a little bit more towards the Catskills. If we have to, we'll go north, and then we'll just get around these clouds. It's all about anticipation and planning ahead. Oh, I think we should go through there. And we're right near the Charlie, but we're gonna be okay. Again, I don't have to ask for clearance because I have two-way communication with Boston Center, but went there for a wedding one time. My friend. Oh, over New York, that is. But he's back to Boston ever since. Alright, let's try to go through those uprights there. It's good. Southwest Airline flight over there. That's all live traffic, so that's currently what's flying in real life. You going to Las Vegas, like it said? 7 there. Alright, so if you're on Rumble, I'm going to ask you at this time to go to either kick.com/EricFlight, twitch.tv/EricFlight, or youtube.com/EricFlight, only because I think we're having a buffering issue. That's what can happen when you're trying to stream the 4 services at once. So I'm going to give you about another minute, and then I'm going to turn off the Rumble broadcast here. So, and that will save some bandwidth. Yeah, it looks like it's dropping here and there. So, alright, but you got another minute. If you want to continue the flying with me, please do so. And, we'll see. Maybe I alternate or something, because it just looks like my bandwidth isn't going to happen, which kind of makes sense. So, north we are in the Charlie, by the way, we're to communication. Rumble, I'm going to turn it off in 20 seconds, and then everything else should be better again. Well, excuse me. Alright, and 10, 9, 8, all the other channels will not be affected. In fact, it should go up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In Rumble, I'm stopping that broadcast. And hopefully the other ones will pick up that extra bandwidth. Alright, I think we're good to go that way now, so let's do that. I'll set it to nav because I think we're going to be okay. You can see why we had to go around that. Got about 270 nautical miles. We're a little less than 2 hours. We had to deviate a little bit. Little deviation. We'll see about Rumble. I mean, I think I'm just gonna stick with Twitch Live, YouTube, and Kick. So those seem to be the services. Or if Kick were to work out eventually, I mean, I'm gaining followers there too. So but Rumble will be on a backup type thing there, and let me see what it looks like. My content. It's not bad. They let you monetize right away on Rumble. That's the thing too. So
possible pilot deviation advised to contact Las Vegas approach at. I'll give you the number when you're ready to copy.
Not ready to copy.
well, I appreciate if anyone was watching me on Rumble. Again, it's kind of a test today. That. But we should be back to very good service and all these, yeah. Alright. So I appreciate you all bearing with me on that. I just wanted to test it and see if it was possible to do 4 channels at the same time. Which would probably be doable on like a Restream service, but Restream was really a pain in the butt. That's why I stopped using it. So if there was another free service like that, I would think about it, but I think we're good. How many streams can a man have, you know? But appreciate it. Appreciate people watching me at Rumble. That was nice to see a couple of people there as well. Alright, anyways, we're on our way to Hamilton, Ontario. We're right out of Albany now. On our way there. Albany now in the distance. We're hoping it clears up maybe a little bit as we get there. But I'm looking at Sky Vector, and it says VFR on our route. Norwich, Lieutenant Warren Eaton Airport, Kilo Oscar India Charlie says overcast at 36. So give me at 2900 on that. It's got to stay that way. Canadagua, I think that's what it's called. It's overcast at 39. And then the Buffalo Charlie, you know, Buffalo is saying overcast at 45. So it should be good. Hamilton is saying overcast at 4,000. So as long as we avoid terrain, clouds, we're going to be decent again. Hamilton. Real life, I probably wouldn't do this flight though because of the risk involved with the clouds and terrain. I'd wait for another day, but again, I'm only a private pilot, so I don't really fly for get there places. I just kind of fly for fun. So excuse me. There's no precipitation, just overcast clouds. But earlier in Montreal, it was snowing. All the snow is out in Canada. Pretty good. Catskill Mountains down that way. That's why you're seeing little bumps there. Surprised we don't see any snow up here. Maybe little touches of it, as you can see right there. Actually, I don't know how the simulator calculates snow, but it seems to do a little bit better job already of 2020. Like I said, once PMDG releases that 737, which could be any time, I'm probably going to uninstall 2020. And I'll keep all my aircraft and stuff like that, but just that simulator is going to come out. So it's been running pretty well. Time for some fruit punch. Oh yeah. Oh. But, all right. Turn off this from the live chat. With the name
We checked in late, red scarf, gold gate, your hand in mine, holding
I guess they have one stream, but that costs money too. I'm not really a fan of that. I'd rather stream everything from my OBS. It'd be $32 a month.
But I found heaven in this island of faith. We're flying into Christmas love.
Yeah, I get why people do that, but I think it's overkill if I'm gonna do that. Welcome to the broadcast, everyone. Appreciate you staying tuned. We are just out of Albany and going to Hamilton, Ontario. Or as I like to call it, Mount Hope, Ontario, which is where the airport is actually located. I do have to blow my nose. I'm a little under the weather. I apologize for that. And I will be right back. I will auto fly the plane.
Hot cocoa steam, window pane gleam, your sleepy grin tucked under my chin, seatbelt sign on.
Alright, coming back. Sorry. I want to thank Otto for his autopilot master tonight. Even though it kind of failed me on the takeoff from Taunton.
Or is it you every time I fly? We're flying into Christmas love. First class in your eyes, my dove. Cabin so
We have about an hour and 46 minutes to go. So again, We'll be flying till about 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where I am. Real life. But I'm gonna get a flight. It's been a little while. It does look like it's clearing a little bit, but that could be a little put off there. So it looks like we might have some rain or something out there in the distance.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
I'll go back to the passengers.
It's a nice area to fly in, to be honest with you. You have a little bit of snow here from before. I haven't seen anything really like snowed in on the simulator yet, but we'll see. Hamilton, Ontario might have some snow as well. Weather is changing just a little bit for the better. Cortland. Yes, so Cortland and Norwich are seeing overcast at 3600. Hamilton Municipal, which is not Oregon, overcast at 35. Well, you have to have 500 feet between the top. Playing with clouds, so we're legal, but we'll see how long that holds for. Outside air temperature. Yeah, we're about 4 degrees Fahrenheit. That's all. Monitor the cabin temperature. We're crisp 70 degrees right there. So it's pretty good there. And I'm a little concerned about this little hilly area there, but we'll see as we go there. How's my fuel looking? I'm gonna go to the left. There we go. Fuel pump on. Still left. And fuel pump off, fuel flow still down. This thing carries 80 gallons of fuel, so that's a lot. It also burns at 15, so it's comparable to a Cirrus SR22 at fuel burn, but it does go just a little faster. And it holds 6. So. Under 44 knot ground speed. Pretty realistic. I gotta get up in the air for real life pretty soon. And then I have a flight, probably I have to do the biannual flight review probably in February. Get that done. So I gotta get up. And that is gonna happen. Just I gotta get over this cold now. And then I have to see what they have available for renting. Go get some dinner. And then do 3 night landings over and stop. That way you currently take passengers and even at night. And you get a dinner out of it as well. So it's the way to do it, I think. You know, when I went to vacation, I might try flying somewhere. We'll see. It's gonna be kind of local though. So unless I got people that start flying with me and pay half, which I've tried to do that, and I have friends that will, you know, but it's few and far in between. I thought there'd be more of a community thing. But the other thing is I want my flights to mean something. Like to get dinner and do the 3 night landings, that means something. But to do things while you fly, I'm not just flying for flying anymore. I've gone to a lot of airports in the area to do that and landed at multiple airports. But it's also slowing down, seeing that the kids are getting older. More things are happening. Which is why I did my private pilot when I did. So coming a little close to this terrain. We're still good, but I really want to go to FS Expo, but there's 4 things. I wrote down everything that's holding me back. 1 is family. 2, it's going to cost $1,200. And I could probably afford that, but the problem is that spending that amount of money and it's not your whole family going is kind of hard to justify. So I was thinking about fundraising live stream to see if I could do it, but then there's problem number 3, which is my last day of teaching school is on June 10th, which is my birthday, by the way, but it's a good day. But if there's any snow days, it's gonna run right near where I would have to leave. So I'm gonna hold off on even thinking about doing it until I get a little bit more into the winter here. But I will probably be streaming online and doing the remote attendance like I used to do. So either way, I'm going to attend it virtually, and we'll stream that again this year if I have to do it that way. What was the 4th thing? I can't remember the 4th thing. I don't know. The Virtual USA Flying Club could use me there too as well. But again, it'd be figuring everything out. So I don't know how I feel about asking for people to donate for me to go there either. You know, like I think I do enough with the real world flying to say, hey, you know, I hope that I don't come across as like, oh, I'm just doing this for the money, because I'm really not. I actually make most of my money for real flying off my other YouTube channel. I don't really make anything except for maybe Twitch on this. And that goes more towards, yeah, real flying a little bit, and then mostly like flight sim purchases, you know. So, but if I set up like a Let's Get Eric flight to FS Expo, and even if it came close, I could probably justify it better. But I have to think that over. I'm not going to do that unless I'm committed to actually going. So, but just know that might happen if I plan on going. And it'll be a definite, like, if we get there, I'm going, you know. But hotel, airfare to Minneapolis. I've never been to Minneapolis either. That's kind of cool. But it's about justifying everything. Got some lakes over here. This is Otsego Lake right here. And we're right near Cooperstown again. Cooperstown, New York is going to be at the bottom of the lake here. That's where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. Tough when you have a family and stuff to justify things. Like the other one was a problem because that's half hour away, so that was like a no-brainer. Cooperstown, New York, right at the bottom of Oswego Lake, or what do they call it? Oh, sorry, Otsego Lake. So, been to Cooperstown a couple times in my life. It is a great place to go if you're driving up to Toronto from the Massachusetts area. You can stop there. Take a night. Very small town. So, you wouldn't think of it that with the Baseball Hall of Fame there, but it is. It's a very small town with the Hall of Fame. Alright, we got about an hour and a half to go to Hamilton, Ontario, and that will be the end of our stream tonight. But anyway, we picked up a couple of minutes here. Because we're flying at 2.5. Center. No, we're good. I gotta blow my nose again. I'm sorry, it's just my cold. I'll be right back. Yeah, alright, we're back. Feel a little bit better. Just have to get over the cold. A lot more snow up here. But we might be going to Cooperstown because my kids playing travel baseball this year. And one of the tournaments they want to do is in Cooperstown. It's like freaking expensive, dude. So that's why, like, I'm saving money, and then again, that makes it hard for FS Expo. But yeah, I think it's like, I forget how much they said, but like a bunch of parents, like, they must be rich or something, because I'm not. They're like, oh yeah, we all want to do it. We all want to do it. It's like, well, I'd like to look into it. You know, he's gonna have to fundraise. So if he wants to do it, he's gonna have to fundraise when they give him fundraising opportunities. But yeah, I don't know. I played travel hockey growing up, and I did a couple tournaments, but it wasn't like totally out of. It was out of state, but it wasn't like flying somewhere. Like we were able to drive there. So, but that's why I kind of think I owe it to him to do the travel baseball. That's his sport of choice. And dude, just to join the team was $2,500. and you know, I grew up playing travel hockey, but I was like, I don't remember paying $2,500 for that. You know, it was expensive. It's hockey. Pads were expensive, but it wasn't like $2,500 expensive. And that was one of the cheaper teams, believe it or not. But he's gonna be doing like real world. He's gonna be round the clock training. They have like one practice before. We're hunkering down for winter, and then it's gonna pick up again. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't mind going on mini trips like that and stuff, and even driving. So, but saving the money up now. You also have the compass is moving. That's the prop de-ice, by the way. So if you turn that off, it should kick back to the where it should be. They'll let it bounce around a little bit. We're about 3-0. We're a little off, so we'll set the DG. But it looks like we're also battling a wind from the south there, so crabbing into it a little bit. I think I'm gonna leave the prop de-ice off for now. I think we're okay because we're not picking up any fish. It all melted off. But yeah, if we go to Cooperstown, I don't mind. I just, you know, it's the money involved. And airport, I was told it's like the only time they could do it at the 12U level. So you gotta do things like that, I guess. You know. All right, I can't tell if this is a rain or a cloud, but I'm getting a little nervous here. So go a little bit to the left. Go heading mode. Try to do our best here. Whoops, probably should have set the heading before I did that. All right, let's go that way. No, I don't feel good about this. Okay, let's go north. Go north. You gotta be out of Boston Center by now, no? Oh no, we're on the fringes though. Syracuse, New York over there. And then no one else is gonna be on there. We got lots of traffic going to Toronto though. So we'll have to see. Whoa. Don't get sick, it sucks. Alright, I gotta blow my nose again. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Getting around these clouds. Oh, we can go back. Alright, let's go back. That's what I'm talking about, everybody. That's what we have to avoid right there. Just avoid that little thing in clouds there. Let's go direct here. Take the nav. Hour and a half to go to Hamilton, Ontario. And I'm feeling pretty good about our chances now, because we've successfully navigated around these clouds. So shows you that there's some that you can. Well, right near Hamilton, New York, coming up off our left. Show you that actually. Tablet. There you go. That's where we are. Just south of Utica. I think they just closed the airport there, didn't they? They closed one airport there. I thought they did at least. Maybe it's that X airport right there. That's right near Griffiths International. That's where they had Woodstock 99 out there. Terrible music festival for what happened there. I think we're gonna make it. Just stay this route here. Feels great to fly though, even if I am a little under the weather. God, I miss flying. I think I should try get my night landings in. I'm talking real life flying now, and I think I should take a flight over winter break. You know, have some fun. So, and I really think I can make that happen. And then I probably won't fly until my biannual flight review again. That'll be probably somewhere in February. But that's just the way the funds go, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm working hard on getting the funds up, but I've been kicking it in lately. So, but I'm hoping to monetize the Eric Flight YouTube channel. And that's going to take more videos and more views. Because we got over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm appreciating that entirely, but now we need the hours of watching to go up. The funny thing is, when I first started the Eric Flight channel, I had it monetized because back then YouTube just let you monetize right away. And then shortly after that, they took it away from channels under 1,000. So my Eric DIY channel, which made all the money for my private pilot and all my flying, that has just gone down in income. But during COVID, dude, it was amazing. I was making like $800 to $1,000. I flew like 3 times a month, I felt like a rock star on that, but the problem was it was COVID, so like, couldn't really do much. Yes, that's where I just flew to a lot of airports in the area and just said, oh, chalk that one off, check that one off, I got that one done. So, it was a good time still. But, literally I got my private pilot certificate in October of 2019. I started flying like once or twice a month. And then COVID kind of shut things down at the flight school for a while. So they figured out what the guidance from the government and stuff like that. Then they let us start flying with masks on. And, you know, you couldn't really go anywhere and do anything. So, it was just kind of fly and say, oh yeah, I did that airport and that airport. But I was making pretty good money where I could do that. So, just gotta get that funds thing going on. I'm trying to really spread it out to different things too, like the Etsy store and stuff like that. But we'll see. I'm working hard to try to fly in real life, that's what I'm saying. And I want to post more content on that, but when I get older, I'll be probably flying more as well, so the kids are older, so. But I haven't heard any problems with the Mosaic that passed either, those rules. So that basically virtually guarantees I'm going to fly for the rest of my life as long as I stay healthy, which is awesome. I'll probably never be a career commercial pilot or anything like that, but I haven't let that like escape because I wouldn't mind being a CFI maybe someday, because I already teach for a living, so it's not much of a stretch there. It's just getting all the I would have to do a commercial at that point, but I wouldn't be flying for an airline or anything like that, just be for CFI. But I'm not really looking at that right now while the kids are growing up. That'd be later. And I still have to finish up my instrument someday. I got about halfway through it. But at that point, I gotta have to fly a lot of instrument flights in the simulator to get the skills I did have back. Not that I've forgotten them, by the way. But, yeah, weather's changed. That went straight overcast. Look at that. They have to do a better job of transitioning weather. But now you know why I stayed so low. You know what I'm saying? It's all socked in all the way up near Buffalo. Buffalo's actually saying overcast at 4,500 again. So, how's my fuel doing? We're doing okay. We can switch back to the right, fuel pump on. And turn it. There you go. Fuel flow looking good. Pump off. Fuel flow looking fine. Oh. But yeah, we've been really loading around all night. I'm glad I did private when I did though. And I know it was a sacrifice still, but it was the time to do it. Because if I waited, I probably would never be a private pilot. And once you have it for life. It's the medical that runs out. But again, with basic med, see, I'm only flying for fun, so I don't have to worry about career things. But with basic med, that's just basically get checked up. And I get checked up like twice a year. So it's checked up every 4 years. And then every 2 years you gotta take a test. So I gotta take that test again in February to keep my basic med. And I don't want to be the pilot that like takes 10 years off. It's like, oh, I haven't flown in 10 years. I gotta get, like, I know I haven't flown a lot, but lately. But I want to keep it going here and there as well. So, and the flight sim helps me do that. I mean, a lot of people poo-poo it. You're not gonna get the feel of the aircraft, but you keep sharp on all the instruments and like the procedures, and you try to fly it as real as possible, and it keeps things in perspective. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to forget something when I go back in a plane, because I'll fly that in the simulator and make sure I got my checklist flows down and everything like that. But we'll see. Kind of dreary, huh? hour and 21 minutes to go. We're almost near Syracuse. It's coming up off our right. I don't know if you can see it from here. Not really. Oswego Lake's up there. Kind of see that a little bit. And then Rochester should be over here somewhere. See what happens. Boston might have forgotten about me because I dare say I'm out of Boston's reach right now. Well, we're getting there. I guess, you know, I mean, this is kind of a loose border, but it is what it is. He's supposed to trade me off. But if we go over here and I haven't heard from him, I'm just going to switch over to Unicom, which is 122.8, so that ready to go. Yeah, he's still on, though. I think Boston's one of the better sectors in that too to work with, so. That's our route for tonight. Took off from Taunton. Had to go around the clouds, went near Albany. And went there. Nice and two-way communication with Boston Center, so we were allowed to go through Albany. Class Charlie. Again, we'll see what the weather's like tomorrow. But, we'll have to see what's going on as well, because I got a lot of stuff going on too. I want to fly that flight. I want to fly that flight today. In the Bonanza, so. Yeah, it's, I mean, it looks good now to do it, but I'm not gonna have time to do it after I get this flight. Broken at 6800 in Montreal. Trois Rivières saying, broken at 66, overcast 8000, that's still good. Quebec, it's snowing, overcast 6300. And along the route there, overcast 5500. On the other side, though, it's pretty bad. Overcast 1000. That's right at the end of our route there for the fly the St. Lawrence River flights. Well, I should say flights. I'm gonna try to do it in one flight. But hey. It's been an interesting flight tonight here as well. So that's Casanova Lake right here. I think I'm reading that right. Casanova, New York. Right there, Casanova. Up here in upstate New York, Syracuse, that way. Don't know if we're gonna see anything yet. There's the airport over there. That's Syracuse Hancock International. It's Herbie Hancock. Pretty good. Visual flights, you never gonna overcast skies everywhere, stuff like that, but keep it going until we get to Canada. We got about an hour and 15 minutes in our flight left here to Hamilton, Ontario. You've made this flight go by pretty fast, so I appreciate that. Back at the rumble thing. If I don't know if the bit rate was suffering at all, because no one let me know, but if it was, I kind of needed to know that. So I'll probably monitor it on my tablet next time on my phone or something. But it was worth trying today. At least I know it works though, because the video was going. Just south of Syracuse. Should be out there, so I don't know what's going on there, but this is kind of loading it up a little bit. Boston probably would have sent me over to New York Center, but New York Center's not on. So I think he forgot about me, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll stay in here until I get out of that establishment. A long time. Excuse me. Look at everything. Looks good. Engineer's good. Prop amps. Getting the amp meter nowhere to be found. This is my oxygen. There's no overall amp meter from what I'm seeing. So. Flight into known icing conditions is prohibited. So probably not the best idea to fly this tonight. Okay. Yeah. Below the nose break. I'll be right back. Sorry, I've been under the weather. I'm glad we stayed underneath the clouds, because I don't know if we'd have a place to bust through if we stayed above the clouds. We're doing okay. Yui. Oof. Fuel? Decent. We're on the right. Yeah, we're on the left now. Fuel pump on. And switch to left. Fuel pump off. Doing well. Right off our right is Syracuse. Now you can kind of see it. Kind of loading in there still. We're just south of Charlie. Syracuse, New York. Alright, I'm gonna be seeing Rochester up ahead. Ugh. Really a lot better than earlier. Oh. Upstate New York, where you see one city and then lots of the open lot. Huge trucks of love. An hour to go to our final destination. Got the Finger Lakes over here. They definitely got more snow up here. Let's put it that way. I'll be right back. Parking brake, hello, I'm just blowing my nose. I'll be right back. Don't get sick right before the holidays. It sucks. How's it going, Parking Brake? Nice to see you. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm not crying, you are. Eyes. I have a cold. I think my son gave it to me, but I'm not positive on that. But welcome, sir. Thank you for coming out on Twitch. And yeah, we're going to Hamilton, Ontario. We're just out of Syracuse, New York right now. The weather is pretty bad, so be right back. Put some nasal spray in on that one. This X-Layer stuff is pretty good. So running out of this bottle, that's expensive though. Believe it or not, it's got like salt, grapefruit seed extract, and it has xylitol, which is like a substitute sugar thing in purified water. That's all it is. And it's pretty expensive, but it works, so that's why I use it. Don't get sick. Don't get a cold. I guess it's better to get it now though before Christmas, you know, and have it during Christmas, because that really sucks. So could be worse. Could be the flu or COVID, right? December 2023, I ruined Christmas because I got COVID. Like with 2 days left of school, teaching left. That really sucked. So just what it was. That was a craptacular year overall. I haven't had a perfect year since like 2021. But hey, nothing's easy. You gotta get through life, you know? It's like Joe Dirt said, you know? Something about life and then dig it, you know? No, I'm just doing that autopilot thing again. By wind shifts. But yeah, we're relatively stable underneath these overcast clouds here, so. And Auburn, New York should be right over here off our left. And they did get a lot of, excuse me, they did get a lot of snow up here, so. Auburn, New York. We're about an hour out from Hamilton, so should be going near Niagara Falls as well, which is nice to see. We might be overflying the falls, to be honest with you. But the problem is that that's a Class Delta over there, so we'd probably need to have permission. Boston Center has not traded me off to New York Center. They're not on anyway, so I thought he would like tell me to go VFR. But I think he forgot about me. I gotta be honest with you. I think he forgot about me. Oh, they're on 1347. So they changed frequency or something? That's probably what happened. Alright. I get what happened, but they didn't give me a frequency change. Well, probably gonna go to Unicom now anyway, so. Alright, 122. Oh, just a VFR. There we go. Yeah. So it seems like he didn't even warn me about a radio change. That kind of sucks. Oh, it is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna see Rochester off our right, way up ahead. Oh, believe me, this is with medicine, so I guess it could be worse. The Finger Lakes. Made a pretty good time though to go from Taunton, Massachusetts to Hamilton, Ontario is about 3 hours. And relatively stable but overcast. And we'll be departing from Hamilton, Ontario, not tonight, but in a future flight for the Fly the St. Lawrence River flights. So we're going to fly the whole length of the St. Lawrence River to a certain point in Canada. Smooth sailing. I'll give you that. Yeah, I think this cooler is working on my laptop. I mean, it's still a little warm, but it's not burning hot to the touch like it was. And I can increase the fan too. I just got this today. But on Amazon, it was like 30 bucks off. I'm sure if I order from Temu, everyone calls it Temu, but they say Temu on the commercial, so I say But probably would have been cheaper there if you held off, but I kind of needed it because this thing's been overheating, the streaming laptop that I'm pointing to that you can't see. And I'm going to try replacing the thermal paste still on the CPU and the GPU. That's downstairs for another time. We'll see what we can do. The high-tech cooling pad's really working though. So, go up to 2,000 RPMs on that fan and we'll see if it cools off a little bit. Rochester out there in the distance, way out there. See if we see any road traffic here. I thought we would. Obviously, it is not. Sorry about my cold, everybody. Get a tablet off. Boston Center kind of forgot about tonight. That's alright. Alright, let's get some pressure settings here. 24825 out of Rochester.
Kilo Romeo Oscar Charlie automated weather observation. 0400 Zulu. Wind 272 at 8. Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2400 ceiling, 4500 overcast. Temperature 0C. Dew point -6C. Altimeter 29908.
Right, back to guard.
Kilo Romeo Oscar Charlie automated weather observation. 0400 Zulu. Wind 272 at 8.
Guard, whip.
Visibility 10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2400 ceiling, 4500 overcast. Temperature 0C. Dew
Less
point
than an hour to go.
-6C. Altimeter
We're gonna make it, Tommy.
29908.
Had a terrible takeoff today. It actually crashed and then it restarted in 2024 glory, and I was like, I can't do this. This sucks, you know. But other than that, we've been flying it for real. My trim got stuck or something, so that is not typical of the Eric Flight channel standards. Nor Eric Flight's actual flying. It went into a spin. I tried getting out of the spin. I just got out of the spin and then it crashed. And then 2024 decided just to treat it like a video game, which I hate. So I wish they had an option to turn it off and not just leaving development mode on all the whole time. That sucks. But it's for the youngins out there who treat it like a video game. Right, we're right near the Montezuma Wildlife National Refuge. Just right below us. Probably wouldn't like me being this low because they want at least 2,000 above level here. So well, actually, no, we wouldn't make that. It's about 500 MSL below us. So we'd still make that. Over there we have a name tag or something. Or is that? No, that is a name tag. Okay. So what the hell is that? Looks like a city. Fuel. We're doing decent. I'm going to leave it on the left for a little bit longer. Or right. Oh, maybe I should go to right, actually. Fuel pump on. Switch to the right. Oh, pick up my tablet. It's still toasty warm. Fuel pump off. Fuel flow doing fine. Oh. That's a Darth Vader. Darth Vader Star Zero. Okay, cool. But we're gonna get a good view of Niagara Falls as long as I keep going straight. Rochester, New York, how far right? Up ahead. How much fuel do I have left? Let's check it out like actual gallons. Payload. We're almost about half. So. I love this aircraft. I think it's great. Bonanza. Black Square Bonanza A36. Pick it up. It's a good plane. 53 minutes to go. Rolled weather, but not roll time. Life's a journey, dig it. Is that what Joe Dirt used to say? I can't remember. I'm gonna add some of the sound files to this stream. Best lines. Life's a garden, dig it. You gotta keep on keeping on. And it's a memorable declaration. I'm Joe Dirt. So get some of those things. A decent compliment. Oh man, we spiked on Twitch. Hey everyone, thanks for coming out. Wow, I'm honored. Eric Flight, your pilot for tonight. Even though my takeoff was terrible. God, I can't remember the last time I had a takeoff like that because it was terrible. But we're just coming up on Rochester, New York, and on our way to Hamilton, Ontario, where we will be starting my flights of fly the St. Lawrence River flights. It'd be one flight actually. So I'm doing like a ferry flight there, if you will, to get set up, or a setup flight. And yeah, couldn't fly it today. Maybe not tomorrow because the weather's not looking good again. But we're at least gonna get to Hamilton, and we'll treat it like I'm there and ready to go whenever the weather's better and I get time. So it's gonna be like a 5-hour flight. We'll also be hosting with the Virtuoso Flying Club. I'll be the actual host of a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation inspired flight to Kilo Papa Whiskey Kilo. That's on December 23rd, I think. That's Sunday. So, actually, that's not 23rd. That's 21st. So, give me a second. I'll let you know in a second. Yeah, 21st. So, 2 weeks from today. That should be a fun one as well. And then we'll see if we can fly in between there because with work, I am a band teacher, so we have a concert that we're preparing for getting done next week, not this week. And after that, pretty good as long as the kids are good, which they've been. One class has been horrible. The other class has been pretty good, so. But yeah, it's been a weird time for students, so. Still like them all. Just they make wrong choices a lot more than often. Alright, well, we're going to be going through the Class Charlie for Rochester, which we can do. We did VFR. Boston, like, just gave up on me and didn't give me the new Boston Center frequency, so that's okay. We're alright. Let's fly VFR the whole way and be fine. We're in New York Center territory now anyways. The clouds are holding where they are, which is nice to see. It was kind of a weird flight with overcast skies the whole way, but still VFR. But yeah, been a decent flight. Even if I do have a cold. And I'm feeling a little bad, but I took a nap this afternoon. It felt good. I haven't been sick in a long time, so count my blessings. Nice firefighting up there. Okay, cool. And then Lake Ontario, you can see in the distance as well. Rochester's going to be out here. Somewhere around here. Excuse me. Got a lot of multiplayer traffic out there. You can still join us. We have about 40, almost 45 minutes to go. And we're right out of Rochester almost. I put up at Rochester if you want to join us. East server, SG4 beta. Because remember, you can be my wingman anytime.
You are still dangerous. You can be my wingman anytime. Bullshit. You can be mine.
Just saying. Got some blue skies out there. Niagara Falls should be a sight, so try to look at that over there. Special flight rules area, though. I think special air traffic rules below 3,500 in the Niagara Falls area. So we're gonna be kind of low, but we're gonna keep it there, I guess. I think they want you at 3,500 and above. I can't remember what it is. Let me see if I can find that really fast online. Niagara Falls Surfer. Requirements to fly over Niagara Falls. You don't have to talk to Canadian Air Traffic Patrol if you stay in the pattern. But 3,500 foot floor state, yeah. So the floor is 3,500 feet. You know. Any third class medical is just gonna fly the kid in that sense. So. I have to get better clarification. The ceiling's 3,500. Oh, here it is. The LPA has something here. So, road trip, fly to Niagara Falls. Now, I'm going to be able to do this in real life because I have basic med, so I can't fly in Canadian restrictions. But, if we look at it, circle. How about just overflying it? I don't know, because I think that's just a go there. I guess you could just fly over at 2,900. You have to really pay attention. Definitely get flight phone at that point. So that's what we're gonna do at least. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Should I keep this cold in bay? I gotta blow my nose again. Be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Again, just a little under the weather tonight. I'm gonna make this happen. 45 minutes to go to our final destination of Hamilton, Ontario. The airport's in Mont Hope, Ontario, so that's why I put it like that. But, yeah, been a fun flight. We're in the right? Yeah, okay, let's check. And I don't know what my old gaming chair was doing to me, but my hip doesn't hurt anymore. It's amazing. I got a new gaming chair for the Black Friday deal, so it's been pretty nice. It's taking a little getting used to. It's a little different. It doesn't have the racing style seat in the back. It has nice pleather material, and it wasn't like a deal breaker on the money, so I'd rather put the money elsewhere. Everyone's like, oh, get a nice gaming chair, and it's like, I mean, it's gotta be comfortable, but I was looking at those really expensive ones. What do you call those? I can't remember what you call them anymore. My head feels like a mushroom now. God. Secret something or another, Secret Labs. But I can't justify paying $500 for a gaming chair, even though I do use like this chair every day. I just can't justify it. I know about buying a used one. This chair I'm using only cost $60 and it was on Amazon. It's just as comfortable. Rochester up distance there. We are in the class Charlie, by the way. So we would need two-way communication, but no one's on. That's Rochester. And Buffalo will be next. Buffalo there in the distance. Yeah, we're going to be in the inner circle of Charlie as well. Can I see where the airport is? I did not zoom into all this. Really good view of it. Very much somewhere over there. I see it from this low. Lake Ontario, over there in the distance. You might notice I haven't had any crackling audio. I have this cooling pad on my laptop now. It's been doing a pretty good job. I'm feeling off the heat. It used to burn. So, I'm gonna get some thermal paste. Very happy with how everything's working. So. Thank you for all coming out. Appreciate you all. Make these flights a lot better to fly. Minutes to go or so. We're gonna finish this flight to Hamilton. And I had that spin on the control though. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when we departed Taunton, something happened with my trim, and then this Bonanza went into a spiral dive of death, spin if you will. And I had it figured out right above the ground, and I thought maybe I'll pull it out because you have to gain some speed first, but there wasn't enough ground, so. And then 2024 reset the flight and said, oh, you're back on track. I hate that. I wish they... I know if you turn developer mode on for the whole time, it doesn't do that, but man, it sucks. So. Minutes to go. Okay, I'm gonna burn the left now, so flip up on. Switch to the left. Got about half our tanks left almost. Not bad for a 2-hour flight. Bump off, goes back to 52. Good. Rochester now behind us. We made pretty good speed in this Bonanza. It's a 16 plate. So. Yeah, if money wasn't an option, I'd definitely look into a Bonanza. I think it's a nice aircraft. So I think that's just a sightseeing pattern procedure. That's not the overflying to get somewhere procedure. So. Yeah, that's just to see the falls. I don't think it's the just flying correct. It's something ATC would let you know what to do. arrive here on landing in about 38 minutes. Buffalo coming up next will be off our left. Sorry, Phoenix A320. Gonna try to buy that. The Airbus 320 eventually. I heard that's the best one to get, so I do not have that. I have a different A320. I can't remember. So my head's not on the screen. So another aircraft I like the more. I'm excited about those Mexican what's that plan too. Lots of planning. I'm trying to knock out things. Cause I plan, but I gotta be honest with you, since 2024 came up, I'm able to fly more because it doesn't take 40 minutes to load all the scenery that I have installed. 2020 it takes like 40 minutes if we got a really big amount of scenery. In 2024 it'll just load it and just load it as it goes. Saves me tons of time. And 2020 will probably be retired after PFDG. This is December 37. So I think SU4 is going to be the game changer. I think most people are going to move over to 2024. Nice flight tonight. Buffalo coming up in the distance. Got for a left from here. Almost there, 35 minutes or so. Probably gonna switch over to flight plan go pretty soon. Right around Buffalo, just to get that. I'm gonna get that ready now. I gotta download all the updates, so gotta do that as well. It's a good thing we actually looked. It's Buffalo. Oh, excuse me. I got blow mountains. Kind of back. Niagara Falls, we're heading right towards it, so see all that scenery when we get there. And almost into Canada. Yeah, it's dipped down. We're about 0 degrees Fahrenheit. If you were not here earlier, we've kind of gone up here. Taunton went straight, had to move around for clouds. When you're in Albany, another thing of clouds. But it looks like we're in the clear now to go to right here, Charlie Yankee Hotel Mike John Monroe Hamilton International. So,
Do barrel rolls,
yep.
loop the loops.
Thanks to Kim. Kind of OG. I guess I'm gonna say that. Follow me on Twitch. If it's not 0G, 0 grams.
Who does?
Thanks for following.
Kim 0G is now following Eric Flight on Twitch.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're gonna go landing. We're gonna go land.
You know how to fly, don't you?
Of course I do.
No. Do you?
Oh no.
How hard can it be?
Yeah. So anyways, we're gonna try doing this. Give me a second. Oh yeah. We're gonna try to do this when we get to Hamilton.
Stick the landing. In this challenge, the pilot will do his best to avoid certain death by keeping the plane on a good flight path with a constant angle descent lined up to center line. Good. Stick the landing and don't suck.
Don't suck. That's the important part. Right there. Don't suck. Been low the whole night. Just got some decent music going here. Stay tuned. We're gonna be seeing some great views of Niagara Falls as long as the clouds are gonna cooperate. Just saying, you don't want to miss that. I have the Jefferson 2000 scenery too for it, so. That's gonna look glorious. I hope it does. It should. I don't know about these clouds being this low though. And we'll see Buffalo coming up from our left too. If you want to join us in Buffalo. Quick hop over to Hamilton, Ontario. Fly with us on the Microsoft Flight Simulator East server. SU4 beta. I'm sorry that I have a little cold tonight. I'm trying my best. Alright, sorry, I got the sniffles going on. Let's land this thing. So, as soon as this thing updates, I'll take a look at it. If I look at Sky Vector for now, it says winds are 070 at. Sorry, give me a second. Winds are oh my god, my brain's not working. 270 at 5 knots, 15 square miles. Broken at 4100. Sounds a lot better, but it's gonna get snow and overcast too. Later on, that's what the TAF says. 29908. There's a VOR there as well, so why don't we tune in the VOR for backup? How's that? 13.35. Hit that there. And we're already locked into it. 68 nautical miles out. And 104 3 radios. We're on. I don't like these clouds we're flying into. Winds aren't bad at all, it's just that the clouds are just hanging here. Rolled weather, but not rolled time, obviously. That might be Buffalo up there. That is Buffalo. Alright, we might have to move somewhere. I don't think we have to go towards Buffalo if these clouds get worse. So unless I'm heading that way, just get ready. Yeah, we're gonna go heading. Here we go, heading towards Buffalo. Could be a little tight here. We're gonna enter the shoreline. This has been the story of the night, just dodging clouds here and there a little bit. And yeah, we don't have two-way communication, but no one's on the laptop, so we're allowed in here. Real world, you have to get in contact with approach. Make sure you're good. All we have to do is establish the communication. I'd still give them a heads up and say, hey, you left that to control. It's not a bad thing to do. You're still legal to go in there without saying that. As long as you establish the communication before you go. So now we're flying towards Buffalo. Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo. Yeah, thank you for all for coming out. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It makes the flights go a lot easier and quicker and entertaining. So I applaud you all. That way. Okay, we just gotta run that little cloud cell there. I think we're good. I'm gonna go direct again. Yeah, take a nav here. Alright, ready? Nav. Buffalo, New York out in the distance. And we are going to fly right more near the falls now. So that's right here on this curve here. Also to get the weather. Hamilton. Oh, it's still updated in the background, that's awesome. Okay. Look at that little change that we did. All that just to go on that cloud. Okay. flight plan go. See that almost near Canada. And I gotta make sure it's getting the GPS, so I got that too. Usually this is the dual work. I can't remember what it is. It's the Stratus. Stratus was with my plug-in. Might have to shut off the other. So here's going. Usually we switch one to the other, it works. So let's select that. Stratus 3. There we go. Alright, yeah. Alright, these are the Canadian charts that you're seeing now. Unlock it from that plane. Hamilton. Reference where Wayne Gretzky is from, by the way. In case you didn't know. Direct. Okay. Edit. This is from the last time we went to Ottawa. We saw the. Remember when we saw the raccoons taxiway? It's pretty interesting. I have a YouTube short on that. There you go. All right. There's. Yeah, there we are. There's Hamilton. Let's get some information here. Weather. Alright, frequencies. It is 28.1. Some weather. Load. Okay, ground is 1216. It's a tower airfield. And you see the diagram here. We have two FBOs. Probably gonna go to Onward Aviation. I just picked that one. That would be over near the terminal. Runway 3012. I'm still waiting for some weather though, so we'll wait there for weather. Still have a little distance out here, but we're gonna take a look at Niagara Falls. So I'm gonna turn the tablet off. Just know I'm looking at the Canadian charts now. Buffalo, New York, just south of us.
Hamilton Airport information, Sierra 0500 Zulu. Wind 280 at 5. Visibility 15. Sky condition, few clouds at 1700. Ceiling 4500 broken. Temperature -1. Dew point -6. Altimeter 2998. ILS runway 12 in use. Landing and departing runway 30. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have Sierra. Hamilton Airport information, Sierra 0500 Zulu. Wind 280 at 5. Visibility 15. Sky condition, few clouds at 1700. Ceiling 4500 broken. Temperature -1. Dew point -6. Altimeter 2998. ILS runway 12 in use. Landing and departing runway 30. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have Sierra.
Can't write in the nap.
Hamilton Airport information, Sierra 0500 Zulu. Wind 280 at 5. Visibility 15. Sky condition, few clouds at 1700. Ceiling 4500 broken. Temperature -1. Dew point -6. Altimeter 2998. ILS runway 12 in use. Landing and departing runway 30. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have Sierra.
Alright, one more time. Here we go.
Hamilton Airport information, Sierra 0500 Zulu. Wind 280 at 5. Visibility 15. Sky condition, few clouds at 1700. Ceiling 4500 broken. Temperature -1. Dew point -6.
Back to
Altimeter 2998.
Alright,
runway
we'll just
12
miss Niagara Falls.
landing and departing runway tree 0.
But we're literally flying right near Niagara Falls. We're in the Class Delta again, no one's on. Bad sim, so we're just gonna go with that movie, go through the Delta. And yeah, see what happens. But you can see that Niagara Falls right there. This is America and Canada. So coming right down the waterway, Niagara Falls. You have a little ocean, SeaWorld something drop tower there. This is the Jefferson 2000 scenery. We also have Niagara Falls International Airport right here. That's what we're seeing there. I want to get some good views of Niagara Falls. That's what we're going to do. Just happened to work up tonight. Keep it up here. This is going to be a nice view, everybody. So stay tuned. We're on the left. I'm gonna go right. Fuel pump out. To the right. There you go. Fuel pump off. Take a quick picture. Niagara Falls. Oops. And they put some. You guys see the Bay of the Mist boats maybe and everything like that. But, yeah. Been to Niagara Falls a couple times in my life. Like 4 times. Last time I went to a bachelor party in Toronto, we were driving back, we decided to stop because one of the guys that were with us never went to Niagara Falls. We couldn't find a parking space, so I had to drive the car and just keep driving. We dropped them off, they hopped over the little guardrail. Went and saw it, and I kept driving in a circle. And we picked them up right the same way. So the falls are right over here, the main commercial falls are right here. And then you have the American Falls over here, and right off Falls right through there. That is Niagara Falls over here, then it comes off to the ships down there. But yeah, this is really cool. Yep. Hey, come on now. Go, resume. What the hell just happened? I took a screenshot without me. Sorry. Like drone cam and then not drone cam, but yeah, we're gonna get a very good view here of Niagara Falls. And then down there's the Wolf. That red building's the Great Wolf Lodge for all those little kitties that want to go. This is the customs to get in and out. That's the main. I think it's called the Rainbow Bridge. Look at that. Look at that. Look at those graphics, everybody. This is the Jefferson 2000 scene. Niagara Falls. I can see that in the podcast. Now, if you go down in the scenery, it gets a lot more good. They have like zip lining over there. They have the cars that move across here. All this stuff. That's what the falls look like. This was made for 2020, so I guess if they did an update, they could make it look better. But it's really not that bad at all. Marshall Falls. You don't see the water going over. You do in 2020 though. And we're in Canada, everyone. Welcome to Canada. That's it. That's Niagara Falls. Superman 3. That's where he went and dived after Lois Lane. Welcome to Canada. We're not that far right now. Alright, we gotta plan our landing here. I said runway 30, 2998. Let's do that. We are on 2998. Okay. Alright, pattern altitude. Just give me a second. Should be. 1480. It's about 1,800. So we'll get that ready to go. It's about 1,000 feet above ground level. We'll activate the vertical speed to get there. It's an airport of entry, so we can't do customs there. And it's right ahead of us in 15 minutes. So there would be a tower here, but again, no one is on that, so we'll have to give that a final check. So we're all on our own right here. Bradford to get a wake rescue. So that's what that is basically known for. Toronto, not that far. You gotta go around. All right, let's see where we are at. We are 34 miles out. We can start slow set. So let's do that. Ooh, kind of going down. Let's go like down 30 feet. That didn't work. Let's go too fast. Okay, what's the frequency here? Tower 119.7. That's what we use. VATSIM, we use the tower frequency for SIGTAF. But I'm trying to see on the Canadian chart. See, the Canadian chart's still a little weird to me. Where's the frequency on it? I don't think it is. I think you just kind of have to look it up. That's what I'm planning, at least. We're almost there. We're already ascending. Oh, I forgot to tell Allison to ascend.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely and securely in the aircraft. Thank you.
Okay, when we're about 15 nautical miles out, we'll start announcing, or maybe 20. Announcing position reports. Never flown to Hamilton before in the simulator. I have driven around and through Hamilton when we went to Toronto in my life. Because it'd be around Lake Ontario here. You kind of hug there, the highway. You go through there around to Toronto. But we're going to be departing out of here for our fly the St. Lawrence River flights. So that's why we're flying here today. Yeah, a lot of low flying tonight. Lots of boats on Lake Ontario. Sorry about my sniffles. Oh man. 25 nautical miles out. Excuse me. Now I'll be going to bed after this landing. We'll take a look around. Might send the drone cam to Toronto too. See how that works out. But it's probably gonna give me like a screaming of, you don't have enough VRAM, because I have everything maxed out here. So Toronto's on the other side. I mean, I have 24 gigs of VRAM, so I guess the only solution is to get a 5090 someday. downtown's definitely a lot cooler. Very good. I think that cooler was worth it. It was like a $40, 40 or 50, I can't remember, but it has a huge fan on it. And it seems to be doing the job, so. I also like this new gaming trick, so I lean back in it. My back actually hits the back, whereas before I had to really work it back there. I think that was kind of part of my hip problems. My hip problem went away, like big time. And I've been sitting in this chair for a while today. So I'm hoping that continues. So I'm going to be reviewing this gaming chair, by the way, on the DIY channel. So feel free to check out the YouTube channel that makes me money for World Fun. YouTube.com/DIY, all one word. Review products, and I do like whenever I do a house repair or something to help other people out, I do a tutorial video. Being a teacher is not that far-fetched, so that's what pays for the world flying. As we get into Hamilton, it's going to be a direct into runway 30. So anyways, let's do a position report here, 19.7, and Hamilton traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot, we're 20 nautical miles to the east, setting up extended final for runway 30, full stop, Hamilton. Let's get the heading there. I'm gonna go a little bit to the left. Heading mode. I'm gonna use the electronic flight bag to kind of get me on that good glide path. What I was told at the very beginning of the broadcast, I can't remember who said it, but they have like a museum here and stuff like that. And they have flights over Toronto and the Lancaster, so it's pretty cool. But, yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Let's make this a good landing. Toronto on the other side of this whole Lake Ontario. That's downtown Hamilton over there. That's what we're seeing in the distance. Probably take the drone cam up there too. 30 is the big runway here. Again, we're gonna have an airport diagram to go, but we gotta turn off the left here on runway 30. Take a look at what we're doing here. Just going down Charlie, basically. This is the newest airport diagram too. Big runway. It's like 10,000. 10,000 feet. I think that's still in feet. Except it wouldn't make sense to be meters because that's like a 30,000 foot long runway. Now you see that we're just curving right into the next path for Hamilton. Again, I haven't flown here in the simulator yet, but I did get the series. Airport's up in the distance, you can kind of see it. Hamilton, downtown. thanks again for coming with me on this flight tonight. Appreciate it very much. Let's have a good landing. Hamilton traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot. We are 11 nautical miles to the east. Gonna be an extended final for only 30 Hamilton. Niagara Falls scene is really cool. Snow pure. I'm gonna take one more really quick blowing of the nose before I land this thing. Be right back. Start thinking about setting this thing up. So gas for this thing. I'll start slowly. Looks like we should be on the right. We're going to see the right undercarriage. We're 150. Pretty good there. What was the extension speed here? I guess like I have it right here. I think you're operating 153. Yeah, so we'll slow down. Good. We're not gonna turn them on to a landing, till after we land. Make sure full rich as we get there. That's the gums. So gump FS. Sorry. All right. Looking pretty good. So, all right. You see the runway yet? I see the lights at least. So we keep going this way. All right. So gas is good. We're gonna slow this thing down. Traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot 6 nautical miles, extended final. There's the runway. I see it. Yay. Alright, flaps. Wing flaps. Down a little bit. It's about 18. I'm gonna check 3 green. Togiak traffic on. Center. 3 green. Okay. Did I say what? I see the light. I said left. Should take a left. Alright, I'm gonna turn my tablet off so you see the light. I'm also gonna record, try this out on flight control replay after. So this is Charlie Julie. And it's recording. Flaps. That's about 17, 16. I want to be about 80. Hamilton traffic, Bonanza 8 Echo Foxtrot final. Runway 30, full stop, Hamilton. Pretty good. A little bit low, so I'll trim up a little bit. Three green, just checking. Can't tell you how many times they make you check that when you do your complex endorsement, which I did do that last February. So can't believe it's almost been a year already. I'm gonna turn off to the left. I said that. Hamilton traffic, Bonanza A36 Foxtrot, clear from 30 Hamilton. Okay, keep that up. So we got tracker off, get our checklist. After landing, landing and taxi light as required, we're good. Flaps are up. Trim set to 0. Wrong way. Right way. Okay. Cowl flaps open. That's what should be right down here, which is open. Okay, cool. Alright, we're gonna taxi to the FBO, which is near the terminal over there. So we're gonna go down Charlie to the FBO. That's that easy. Okay, Hamilton traffic, Bonanza A36 Foxtrot. We're on Charlie off of 1130, gonna taxi to the FBO via Charlie cross 624, Charlie to the FBO, Hamilton. Very cool. Alright, this flight control replay, I gotta start using it more because we can analyze the engines. Turn my strobes off because we don't need those right now. I think that's the ILS line. I could be wrong on that. No, that's the ILS line. Totally I tracked it on, so let's see what we're doing. Look left. Never trust. Always look good. Hamilton traffic. Bonanza A36 Foxtrot crossing 624 on Charlie. On the ground, Hamilton. Seems like a little dip here. Let's see what happens. Careful. Right. That's kind of interesting, huh? See if we can find this FBO here. This is Sim Add-ons, I think it's called. We do a lot of Canadian scenery. Thinking we are supposed to be somewhere over here. So I want to go to the terminal. But I'm going to double check here. Check this FBOs. So we gotta turn it off. Give me a second. That didn't turn it off at all. I'll turn it off in a second. Okay. Alright. And I think it goes to the right airport. Give me a second. I'm gonna get another thing's rolling. Give me a second. Terminal's there. Yeah, I'm gonna turn to the right. Maybe. Onward Aviation's where we're going for this. Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum's here too as well. Did I go to the wrong place? I don't think I did. Alright, there's gotta be some GA around here somewhere. Jetport, there we go. So I'm gonna go around. Okay. So we're gonna check it on. Around the terminal here. And again, this is the scenery from Sim Add-ons. It's 2024 beta version as well. So. Jetport should be around the corner. That's some nice traffic. Yeah, this is the 2024 live traffic. I have MSFS LTL, but like, I don't know. I don't think there's a use for it, to be honest with you. They do a pretty good job pumping flight signals from real life. So, checkpoint switching mirror on the side here, so. That's what we're gonna work. So. Drive the 10 right now.
Clouds are slipping through my wings tonight. Neon skyline in my pilot's
There's a Marshall there too. I don't know if that's gonna be used.
a universe of calm and endless flight. Waveless whispers keep my dreams alight. Up I soar into the endless blue. Gravity fades with a lighter view. Horizon stretch where the stars are new. Freedom's
It kind of looks like there's a Marshall for him. I'll try to hug it in here. They don't leave much space here, do they? Okay, bust the UE here.
city lights grow small and fade away. A higher pulse beats where starlight plays.
Don't hit the guy.
Crisp air hums soft through my
Right, I'm gonna call this good.
freedom's touch makes the moment stay.
No.
I'm a painter with my silver streak. Chasing trails where only
Shit, you're gonna kill the guy.
endless flight.
You gotta kill the guy, Eric. Fucking break. I put it on.
Through the
Alright. Snikey, you could have killed that guy. Alright. Engine shutdown, brakes are set, electrical read equipment off. All lights except for beacon off. Throttle close. Idle cut off. Magneto start switch off. Propellers off. Off. Lights are off. Sorry, master rotator off. Lights are off. Control lock installed. Just touch that thing up. Boom. And it is installed. Alright, we're gonna go look around at Hamilton and stuff. So, let me get my full map here. But I'm gonna take the drone cam. And we're gonna turn off the drone follow mode, because sometimes it causes elevation issues. And find out the buttons that turn it like that, so that's cool, because I just had problems with that a little bit. But let's look at sim add-ons, Hamilton, everybody. Looks pretty good to me. Very detailed. Love my scenery. I do. That red building is the museum, so I'm gonna see if that's modeled at all. Let's see if it's modeled inside this thing. It probably isn't. Okay. Let's see. Nope. And that's okay. Sim add-ons is still doing a very nice job. And if anything, let's save some frames. So let's go to the museum. That was the main terminal. I got DHL over there. It's kind of like UPS, which is also over there. See that UPS. Right, and this is the museum. As you can see that they modeled all these wonderful aircraft to look at. Very cool. Which is probably why we have the Lancaster. I think it's this right there. Someone told me they do tours in Toronto, so this doesn't seem to be modeled inside, which is totally fine. The outside is though, look at that. Canadian flag and jet, look at that. Oops. Warplane Heritage Museum. That's the Lockheed Starfighter. That is pretty cool. Alright, as far as where we are in relation to downtown Hamilton, we need to head just a little to the east line, sign up for 5B06. You notice that the runways in Canada, they hold the 0 all the time. Yeah, Hamilton's over there. So there we go. Going to downtown Hamilton. That's free. Sim Maddox did a nice job there. I gotta be honest with you. Very happy with that scenery. There's downtown Hamilton. I don't know if it really is a cliff in real life, but it seems to be in the simulator. Make sure to downtown. Pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of somewhere between Boston and Providence types city. Alright, and then if we follow Lake Ontario, maybe into Toronto. Just this way. I got a crap load of scenery in Toronto, so this might give me a warning here, but we're gonna try it anyways. So when we drove to Toronto, me and my friends, we took this highway, and then we kind of went to this highway. To the Hockey Hall of Fame in Toronto. That was a good place to go. I lived my glory days in hockey. They have this like whole shoot on a virtual goalie thing there. So that was pretty cool. But we stayed in an Airbnb up here. Rented out like someone's house. It was pretty nice. It was right downtown too. You could walk downtown in 20 minutes from there. Maybe 20 to 30 minutes or so. Now we're on the other side of Lake Ontario. On the other side would be the United States, by the way. Downtown Toronto coming up. Man, it is really socked in here though, huh? Yeah, it's all loading. There's well, what I remember the Skydome, which is now the Rogers Center, I think it's called. But I've been there for the Blue Jays. We came up twice in my life. We went there. And they have like a bar. Like they actually have an actual bar that you can stand at and watch the game from inside the stadium. But downtown's over here. We rented a house, our Airbnb somewhere over here, so it's not that bad at all. Here's Toronto City Centre Airport. It's another nice scenery as well. And it's gonna take a while to load all the scenery, but let's hang near here, the CN Tower, the Rogers Center. That's where the Blue Jays play. And the Maple Leafs don't play at the Maple Leaf Gardens like they did in the 90s. They play over here. I forget what that's called, but it probably says something there. Scotiabank Arena. Yeah, that makes sense. It will take a while to load all the scenery. Downtown Toronto, very cool. It's a nice city to visit too. It's very clean. People are relatively nice. Yeah, so from Toronto, and it's a huge city. Like it's city after city, just built into one massive city. That's what it is. Toronto Varsity Blues. Did you hear a cop car? I hear a cop car. They had like a rooftop like club that we went to too. I don't know where that would be, but. Buildings over here. But anyways, we're gonna go back to Hamilton after this. But you got to see Toronto. I'm surprised I'm not getting like a warning for not having enough VRAM. So I did lower the LOD distance a little bit with the user config. But alright, we're gonna go back to Hamilton. All the way. And it's gonna load up here now. And we're gonna call it a day from Hamilton, Ontario, everyone. If you're on Twitch, stay tuned. We're gonna rate somebody. And if you don't mind, can you push that follow button? It does help, as well as going on youtube.com/EricFlight if you're on YouTube. Please push that subscribe button. We got over 1,000, but we need more people to watch the videos to get monetized, and that will help me afford flying in real life. I'll do that. There you go. And if you're on Kick, please push subscribe as well. I closed down the Rumble broadcast for a while. We did test that for like an hour today, and it seemed to work. But I think Twitch was kind of getting lower bandwidth on that, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to do 4 services at once. But we do 3. 3 out of 3 ain't bad, or 3 out of 4, I should say. But anyways, Eric Flight, I'm extremely tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. Stay tuned for the raid on Twitch. Appreciate you all for coming out, and thank you so much for all your support. And I will see you maybe tomorrow, but probably Tuesday, definitely, if that doesn't happen. So, anyways, Eric Flight, peace out. Remember to tip your bar with your staff well. I'll see you soon. We'll see you later. Stay tuned for the raid. See ya.